welcome to DublinChatOnlineTV. I'm Bernadette McLaughlin, and today I hit the streets of Dublin to see how people really feel about immigrants in the country.
Everybody, you know, country's free for everybody.
No problem with them. We emigrated for years, so that's fine.
We did it, Ireland did it, we went away and they worked, so...
I think they should go home now that we're in a recession.
I think it's great that we have an open economy and the excitement about Dublin and all the funny languages I hear in the place. It's great. Put them all out, to be honest.
No problem at all, it's good. It's good to have a nice mixed community.
No issue with them, they want to work. They came here and people wouldn't do the jobs.
Very politically sensitive subject, that, to be honest. I'm married to a Russian.
Right.
I've been married to her for 10 years. Not really an immigrant in that, but it needs to be tighter controls.
We all rounded up and through now.
I don't mind them because I lived in London for 40 years, so I was an immigrant there, wasn't I?
I'm married to one. I am. There's quite a few, well, we know where we live there's quite a few, but I don't know, I don't think a lot of people like them.
I've no problem with immigrants, no. I mean, everybody's welcome.
They're here, they're robbing all the jobs, and it's a shame because all the others, Irish people, can't get jobs because of the foreigners.
Do a lot of the jobs that our people don't want to do, so...
What? About people coming into the country from abroad?
Oh, I think it's ridiculous.
I feel okay because I was an immigrant once myself in England too. So, you know what I mean? You have to live and let live.
I don't really mind immigrants providing they're working, and I suppose some of them can't, but what can you do?
I don't think there should be anyone allowed in until we're sorted out ourselves, work-wise, you know.
Everybody has a right to live everywhere. It makes no difference to me, the colour of the skin, what nationality they are. People can class me as an immigrant.
Yes, that's a good question. I don't mind them in the country, once everyone is treated equally. For instance, if an Irishman goes down, you know, to the door, an immigrant is actually receiving more than an Irish person is who worked here all their life and paid their taxes all their life.
Okay.
So I don't agree with that.
Right.
I think everyone should be treated equally.
I don't think there's any problem with having the immigrants in any country. I mean, most countries in the world today are multicultural countries, so you're bound to bump into immigrants everywhere you go, and they're very hard-working people. So at the end of the day, you know.
Views about just come to work, they're very welcome.
Well, with the situation that happened last night on Henry Street, I think I'm going to blame it on Mary Robinson, wasn't it, that allowed all this to happen. I think there's way too many of them. I think that we should be looking after our own people first before anybody else.
I have no problem as long as they get free employed.
I think they're alright. Well, my girlfriend's an immigrant, so some people say there's too many. That's debatable, I don't know.
I think this is then a problem for all countries which they are facing through, and this is then a part of the human rights. That means then I remember it, or I read it about the Irish nation. In the past they immigrated to the other countries because they had a problem, and I think it's good if they see that the other people, they are having problem like them, and they are seeking refuge in some other countries, and one of the countries is the island. And I think we have to be, I'm the one of them. I try to integrate myself here in this country and be useful, and we have to encourage them and use them for the growth of the country.
I have no problem with immigrants, but I come across as a bit of a racist, but sometimes feel there's a lot of jobs, for example, that Irish people would like that they're not getting the chance to get anymore due to that. But it's just my opinion.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, except when you're here to do the right thing, not like, you know, committing crime or anything like that. I think it's cool because, you know, we need different people to be in a city or town to make it, you know, to know our differences and stuff like that. So I think it's cool.
I can't answer that because I don't like them at all.
Well, I might as well be honest, I don't agree with them being here because there'd be more jobs for us if there were. Too many immigrants. You should have seen this street yesterday. Oh, really? It was running battles.
I feel that they're welcome, they should be made to feel welcome.
particularly at the moment, other countries are welcoming Irish people abroad, so it's important from an international point of view that we've seen to be welcoming to these people now.
Personally, I think that there shouldn't be as many allowed because it's just draining the money, really, you know what I mean? The government hasn't got the money, so.
I think if you look back at our history, we've had an awful lot of people leave Ireland and other countries have welcomed the Irish, so we should welcome.
Again, I don't have any problem with them at all. People are coming over here and working, and I've no issue with it at all.
I'm an immigrant as well, but sometimes bad people, bad immigrants coming here and do bad things. I don't know.
Well, I admire them coming here because there's very little here for them. But being an immigrant myself, and I lived in Australia for 10 years, I lived in England for 15 years. So I know what it's all about. I know what it's like to be there in a foreign country with no money and none of your family around you. And then there's people that you don't want to ask for money when you have no money. You know what I mean? So I mean, when you're near your family, it's a different thing. But when you're in a foreign country and there's no one of your own flesh and blood near you, it's a totally different story. So you have to admire them for their courage.
If they're bringing something to the country, I think it's a great thing. If they're just coming here to ride, I don't think it is.
Well, that's how people on the streets of Dublin today feel about immigrants in this country. Make sure you comment on these videos and join us next time on Dublin Chat Online TV. I'm Bernadette McLaughlin. Thanks for watching.